So in this video, I'm going to be explaining real-world asset tokenization and how that's going to affect XRP price in the future. Specifically, I'll be addressing real estate tokenization. So let's get on that. This building over here, let's imagine that we're going to tokenize this building. First, what I mean by tokenize. Imagine when you go to the casino and you actually trade your US dollars for casino chips, for instance. That's actually a token that is representing the US dollar. So you actually own a piece of plastic. A piece of plastic has no value, but you understand when you are inside the casino and you exchange $100 for one casino chip, you can actually trade it within the casino. You can actually bet it. Let's call it a token. You can actually leverage this token inside the casino. And when you are done with playing, you can actually go there and trade it back on US dollars. That's very similar to what happens when you tokenize a building on the blockchain, for instance. In this case over here, let's take this building. Let's imagine that this building costs $100,000. We're going to divide this building. We're going to create a digital representation of this piece of real estate over here. And let's say we're going to divide this into 100 tokens. Each token is going to be worth $1,000. Instead of one person going there and buying the whole building, we're going to have actually an unlimited amount of people that are able to acquire a fraction of the building. 100 individuals, each one of them just purchasing one token of $1,000, and each one of them is actually owning a piece of this building. You have direct ownership, which is exactly the case which I stated previously. So you're going to directly own a piece of the building, and then you have the shares ownership. In this case, the tokens can represent a share of the company that owns the underlying asset, the SPV, for instance. So usually when a company purchases a real estate with this specific purpose, it's very often called SPV. An SPV is a company set with the specific purpose, and in this case is to actually own the building. If we're talking about shares ownership, you can tokenize this SPV on shares, and then each person can actually own a share of the SPV, and in this case you will benefit directly or indirectly. Get access to the dividend. So let's say if the building makes money, let's say the building makes money in rent, then you are entitled to a fraction of that as a shareholder, and that goes for the company or for the building. So you have two types of ownership over here. So to simplify it a bit more, let's say when you directly own something, imagine a pizza that's 8 pieces of a pizza. You have direct ownership, then you have one slice of that pizza, or according to how many slices or actually how many tokens you bought from that pizza. Or in the case if you have indirect ownership, in this case you own shares of the pizzeria, you own shares of the store that actually sold you the pizza. Therefore, you don't directly own the pizza, but you are granted dividends of that pizza. And that's exactly how tokenization works. Well, it's quite a complex subject, but when we actually create real examples like that, I hope that it makes it more easier for you to understand. And let's say that is tokenized on the XRP ledger. How that actually benefits, or in other words, how that actually increases XRP price. Well, it doesn't directly increase XRP price, but 100% on the long run, that's going to benefit XRP holders, meaning that XRP price will increase for the following reasons. So the more transactions on the XRP ledger, more XRPs are burned. Transaction fees as well are playing a role here, and that ultimately leads to XRP price appreciation. Second reason is that now more people, or actually companies or governments, need to hold XRPs. Remember, the price of an asset really comes down to one simple denominator: buying orders versus selling orders. So if we have a lot of people buying it, because XRP is the native currency of the XRP ledger, you have more trust lines, you have more people getting access to XRP, and ultimately that's going to increase XRP price. And later on, of course, that brings more companies inside the XRP ledger ecosystem, which ultimately does exactly the same, bringing more capital, bringing more liquidity. And now, for you to finally understand, we're not talking about only real estate over here. Everything is going to be tokenized on the new economy. So we're talking about go beyond trillions. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars that can actually flow on the XRP ledger on the long run. which ultimately are going to actually skyrocket XRP price. Treasury bills, we're talking about collectible cars, every single piece of real estate, art. In other words, everything can be tokenized, and that's exactly the way we are going. Everything is going to be on the blockchain, and of course that's a very complex subject, but I hope this video made it very clear to you that not only on the XRP ledger, Stellar blockchain, Corda blockchain with XDC, and surely the XRP ledger are exactly the places where tokenization is going to take place. So I hope this video was clear. I see you guys in the next video. Thank you.